So every once in a while when practicing the guitar, we get these light bulb moments that sort of change the way that we see the fretboard and make us better players. It's like this one spark seems to have opened the door to the next thing that we're inevitably still going to struggle through. The reality is that little spark is really the culmination of hours and hours of practice and dedication. My name's Jesse Glick. This is a 5-Minute Monday. Let's get into it. So the goal of this lesson is to get to the point where if you're playing along to a song or a chord progression, you can freely decide where you want to play each chord anywhere on the neck. So the idea is like if a progression goes, I don't know, E minor, G, C, you could decide that you're going to play E minor like this, you're going to play G like this, and you're going to play C like this. Or you're going to play E minor like this, or G like this, or C like this. There's endless opportunities if you just get a basic understanding of triads. Hey, so you know how like everyone on YouTube asks you to subscribe? Can you do it for me as well? Thanks. So this is going to be another one of those lessons where I need you to use a metronome if you want to do the exercise. But for now, we're going to start without the metronome. So I'll get to that in a second, but all you need is your phone. Basically, what we're going to do is break down how we're going to build triads in the first place. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the chord D major. So the goal is to learn all 12 closed positions of a G major triad on the guitar. The good news is you only need to memorize 3 shapes to get the rest of them under your fingers. So here's what I mean. We have a second inversion D major chord that looks like this. D major triad, I should say. All that means is we're starting with the 5th, root, 3rd. All right, too much theory for you? Maybe. Don't worry about it. Check it out. To build 3 other triads off this chord, all we need to do is take the highest note of the chord. So that's going to be the high E string. Take that note, which is F sharp, and we're actually going to replace it onto the D string, which is the next string over that we're not playing yet. So this note here moves to here. So now from second inversion, here we have a first inversion because the 3rd is in the bass. So again, I don't use any theory to figure that out. I'm just taking a chord, taking the highest string, moving that note to the next lowest string. So you can see these 2 notes are still the same. Okay, so that's 2 of the triads. If we want to do this again, we're going to take the highest note on the B string under my middle finger, so that's a D note, which means we have to find D on the A string. So here. That would be a D major triad, root position, because the root is in the bass. Okay, that's 3 triads. We need 1 more. So ring finger, pinky, those notes are staying the same. The note under my pointer finger, that's an A, so we need to move that to the low E string, which is here. So I'm going to play it like this. So there we go. Just from here, moving 1 note at a time, we're able to get 4 different D major triads. So I said there's 12 total, so we're a third of the way there. Like I said, you only need to memorize 3 total shapes for this lesson to figure the rest out. So the first shape you absolutely need to know is a D major chord like this. And again, you're just going to use the technique we just did to figure out the rest of the triads. The next shape you're going to use comes out of the A shape of a chord. So this is a D chord. But if we break it down to the highest triad, that's what we have. So we're going to, again, take the highest note, high E string, move it to the D string. We're going to take the highest note, which is on the B string, move it to the A string. Take the highest note on the G string, move it to the low E string. So all of a sudden now, just from this shape, moving 1 note at a time and keeping the other 2 the same, we have 4 more D major triads. So that's 8 out of 12 triads right there. I'm moving pretty quickly because I want to show you the exercise that I want you to get to. Finally, we need to move to the E shape of a chord. So here's a D major with the E shape. Now this is a triad that you may already know. It's a pretty common one on the guitar. We're just going to take these 3 notes, do the same thing. Highest note I'm playing here is a D. We're going to get rid of it and put it on the D string. Same here. The highest note's on the B string. That's an A note. We're going to play A on the A string. One more time. The highest note I'm playing is on the G string here. That's an F sharp. We're going to move it to the low E. So all of a sudden, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 12 closed position triads on the guitar. You have 12 options to play one singular chord, just if you memorize 3 shapes. Here, here, and here. And a reminder, that comes out of this chord, this chord, and this chord. So if I wanted to do this for, I don't know, a G chord, I take this chord here, move it to G, do the same thing. G, 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 G. All right, that's the hard part. Once you get this under your fingers a little bit, use your brain to figure out how do we move these notes around. This is how you can practice it. So like I said earlier, we get the metronome out. The goal of this is to essentially be able to play all of the triads in one direction this way, but then also be able to play them in directions this way. So just like in my previous lessons, I've just Googled metronome. I've got the metronome out. I'm at a snail's pace right now. I'm at 60 beats per minute. Here's what you're going to do. We're going to start with D major because that's what I did earlier. We're going to start on this D chord. What we're going to do is play one triad every 2 clicks. So that means triad, rest, triad, rest. So starting here. So real slow, easy at first, right? Then you're going to play this one again. Really slow. It's just about getting them under your fingers. Now we're going to move to that next D chord. So that's here. So same thing. 2, 3, 4. And then this again. Finally, we move to our last chord shape, the E chord shape. 2, 3, 4. This again. Pretty slow, pretty boring at first, right? The goal is to be able to do it every click. So instead of pausing to take time to find the next triad, you can just follow the metronome. So instead of pausing each click to take a rest, you'd be able to just play each quarter note of each triad. Okay, so that's half of it. The other half is doing what I think is way cooler. What you're gonna do is take all of the triads that we've just gone over. So there's 4 in each position, right? We're gonna number them like 1, 2, 3, 4 for a second. I'll show you why. So if this is 1 in this position, and this is 1 in the next position, and this is 1 in the next position, we're voice leading, which means that we're keeping the notes very close together in the octave, and it creates a really cool effect. So if we did the same thing on each string set, we go to the second triad in this position, then the second triad in this position, and the second one here, again, we're moving the notes along, we're voice leading them together. So if you can get that to go from each string set, going vertically, 1, 1, and 1, 2, 2, and 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, it's going to improve your playing so much. And I challenge you to get this first for the D chords, but then experiment with other chords. So I'll show you what it looks like right now. Again, every other click for now. 2, 3, 4. Not too bad, right? You get this for other chords. You can start playing chord progressions using any chord shape you want all over the neck. It really simplifies the fretboard to be able to sort of do things that, you know, not just playing D here and G here, but being like, oh, I could play D like this or G like this, right? Those are much different sounds than. So I really challenge you to work on this. If you do, it's not just going to improve the way you see chords, it'll improve your lead playing and your rhythm playing. It'll open the door to so many new things. I'm doing these 5-minute Monday lessons every single Monday, totally for free. If you want to support me, just hit the subscribe button. That's the easiest thing you can do right now. I'm not selling anything. I'm just trying to help you guys all out. But if you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll try to answer them. Otherwise, my name is Jesse Glick. That was a 5-minute Monday, and I'll see you in the next one.